Hi. In this episode, we're going to talk about Linux distributions. What is a Linux distribution? Well, think of the Linux kernel, and it's packaged in with certain support programs. That's what creates a distribution. It's that common Linux kernel with its own set of software to package together to create an operating system that you are going to use. Now, of course, with the Linux kernel being open source, many different organizations have taken that kernel and packaged their own operating system around it. Up to today, there are over 600 different Linux distributions in existence. And most of them are free and open source. However, some are actually used as semi-closed source distributions, meaning you need some sort of purchase, some sort of subscription to that enterprise in order to use their flavor of Linux. Of course, each distribution is driven with their own specific purpose. Some of them for personal use, and some of them are really more for specialized tasks like running certain types of servers or certain functions. An example of a specialized distributions can be Kali Linux, where its design is specifically for penetration testing. Now, a common starting off point for most Linux distributions include Red Hat and Debian-based distributions. Many different forks or iterations come from the Red Hat and Debian-based distributions. Some other popular distributions you might even heard of, or you will get to know once you explore more and more about Linux, are things such as Ubuntu, OpenSUSE, Fedora, Arch Linux, Mandriva Linux. Of course, these are all iterations of these foundational Linux distributions, such as the Red Hat family, which includes things like Fedora, includes things like Red Hat Enterprise Linux, and even others like CentOS. And then you have the Debian family, which is another type of Linux distribution, again, based on different purposes. And you might find certain distributions in here, such as Ubuntu and even Linux Mint. The thing to understand is, of course, Linux being an open source kernel allows many organizations to use it, to tweak it, and distribute it as their own. This really is the inception, and this is what really allows many different types of Linux distributions to exist. And at the center of all of them, the common Linux kernel. I hope you've learned something this episode, and I'll see you in the next one.